What happened to the Republic's clones after Order 66? After the execution of Order 66, the Republic's clones were thrust into a new role under the Galactic Empire, no longer fighting to protect the Republic, but instead becoming enforcers of the Emperor's will. Order 66 was a pre-programmed directive within the clones, designed to make them turn on their Jedi commanders and eliminate them as traitors to the Republic. With the Jedi mostly eradicated, the clones were repurposed into Stormtroopers, serving as the backbone of the Empire's military force. Their role and presence within the Empire would soon diminish as the political and military landscape shifted. One of the most significant changes was the gradual replacement of the clones by conscripted soldiers. Although the clones were genetically enhanced to be more efficient soldiers, they were also engineered to age rapidly. This meant that the clones, despite their combat prowess, would age and deteriorate faster than regular humans. Recognizing this limitation, the Empire began transitioning to a more cost-effective and sustainable model of recruiting regular human soldiers. This led to the formation of the Imperial Stormtrooper Corps, which was composed of conscripts and volunteers from across the galaxy. While clones were still used in the early years of the Empire, their numbers steadily declined. Moreover, the shift in the Empire's tactics and ideology played a role in the phasing out of clones. The Empire was less concerned with maintaining a skilled, highly efficient military force, like the Grand Army of the Republic, and more focused on overwhelming control through sheer numbers and loyalty. Clones, while loyal to the chain of command, were bred for warfare, not for the kind of widespread subjugation and political suppression the Empire needed. Human conscripts, who came from a wide range of Imperial-controlled worlds, were more easily indoctrinated into the Imperial ideology and had personal stakes in the Empire's rule. Clones that remained in service after Order 66 often found themselves in increasingly dehumanizing conditions. Many were reassigned to less prestigious roles, such as policing duties or guarding low-priority installations. Some clones who had survived the war with a strong sense of individuality, like Captain Rex, deserted the Imperial ranks entirely, unwilling to serve under an oppressive regime. In the Disney Plus series Star Wars, The Bad Batch, we see how certain clones resisted the Empire's control, struggling with their sense of identity after the war and the moral dilemmas they faced under the new regime. As time went on, the Emperor and his advisors grew wary of the clones' potential for dissent. Despite the inhibitor chips that controlled them during Order 66, some clones began questioning their orders or showing signs of resistance. The accelerated aging process also meant that many clones became physically and mentally unfit for continued service. The Empire began quietly retiring many of the remaining clones or assigning them to menial tasks, effectively sidelining them as the conscripted Stormtrooper program took precedence. The fate of many clones after Order 66 remains largely tragic. While some, like Rex, Gregor, and Wolf, found a way to escape the Empire's control and live relatively quiet lives, others were not as fortunate. Many clones who could not flee or resist the Empire's influence became little more than tools for the Emperor's regime, discarded when they were no longer deemed useful. For the clones who had once fought valiantly for the Republic, this was a bitter end to their service. Ultimately, the transition from the Republic's clones to the Empire's Stormtroopers reflects a broader shift in Star Wars from the idealism of the Republic to the oppression of the Empire. The clones, once symbols of military prowess and loyalty, became relics of a bygone era, replaced by the faceless and expendable Stormtroopers that would enforce the Emperor's will across the galaxy. Their story is one of loyalty, sacrifice, and ultimately, the harsh realities of being pawns in a larger, more sinister plan. Thanks for watching. May the Force be with you, and I'll see you in the next video.